What's up? What's up? What's up, people? I'm your girl, Virgo Goddess Medium, and this next reading I'm doing, of course, is going to be for my Virgos. For those of you who have been, with me from beginning to now, you guys know how I do. Normally, I would be at my spiritual table, but right now, I am like in my bed, and the reason why I'm in my bed doing this is because those of you who also where I do work third shift, I work nights, but as as a medium and as an empath, I often receive downloads, right? And I know that this morning when I got home from work, um I got ready to do you guys' reading, but I was tired. But in the process of me trying to lay down this morning, as I was kind of pulling some cards for you guys that came out, the Eight of Pentacles jumped out at me. And I was like, and the Five of Cups jumped out at me, and the Ten of Cups jumped out at me. And I kept picking up on like a mother-in-law figure, strong mother-in-law figure, or it could be, a grandmother figure. And this strong mother-in-law or grandmother, right? They are trying to get your attention concerning this matter, right? So this grandmother or this mother-in-law, this is someone who has passed away, but someone who's kind of like been keeping their eye on you, and someone who's aware of what's going on in your life, whether it's the past or the present, okay? Because before I lay down, like I said, I was pulling some cards, getting ready to do a reading for my Virgos earlier, but I was tired. But the Eight of Pentacles had jumped out. And so what the Eight of Pentacles pretty much tells me is that and I don't know who this is going to resonate for, but it's going to resonate for somebody, okay? Because the Eight of Pentacles, when that card jumps out, that tells me that somebody is like really tired and stressed out, okay? That somebody is like going through some type of turbulence in their relationship, and this person is like, tired, and you're at the point where you just like you give up, you know what I'm saying, and you're ready to walk away because you can't take it no more. You're in a situation, whether you're married to someone who's toxic, or you may be living with someone who's toxic, but you're in a relationship with someone who's toxic, and you're like at a point where you're like, I can't take it no more. Enough is enough. This situation is stressing me out. I'm tired of being at conflict with you. We're always at each other's throats. We're always arguing back and forth. Things are always being blown out of proportion. You see yourself as being in a situation that's very dysfunctional and very unbalanced and very unstable, okay? And this person got you like got you feeling like you have to protect yourself from them, because this can even be a not just a verbal, emotional, mental situation, but this can also be a physical abusive situation where you're just wanting out and you're wanting to just leave this situation because this person got you so you can't sleep, you can't eat, you can't think, right? And this person got you feeling stuck, right? And this person has got you like where you're saying Like you're saying something like, that's okay. I can't wait till I leave, because once I do leave and I walk away from you, that's it. Karma's gonna kick you in the ass, because you're saying to yourself, like, everything this person is dishing out to you, they're gonna end up getting back in return tenfold. And you're right about that. So this person's bullshit that they're throwing on you, it's got you feeling stuck, it's got you feeling burdened, because you're sitting back and you see yourself moving forward, but you got this burden on your shoulders, okay, that you've been carrying, and you're wanting to release this burden because you see yourself going forward, but you can't get across the waters, right? For some reason, you feeling stuck where you see the things that's in front of you that's brighter, but in order for you to get ahead and cross over to the other side, you have to release this burden that is toxic, okay? Um, some of you are in a situation where you are like, you're asking yourself, well, in order for me to start over, I would have to find another job, because right now the place where you are working at may be your bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your security blanket, where this job you have right now is the only thing keeping you pretty much grounded. You know what I'm saying? Where you're not happy in your relationship, you're ready to end it and walk away because you know it's not healthy. You are aware of this relationship being toxic, but in order for you to start over, you're going to need another job. And so you're asking yourself, like, what's the next step to take? Where could I go to start over to get this fool out of my life and get this fool up out of my hair? You're almost wanting to be rescued, right? And for some of you, you're sitting back saying to yourself, if only I had listened, I wouldn't be in this situation. So it's almost like someone tried to warn you about this person, but you didn't listen, and you went forward anyway with this person, only to find out that this person was toxic. And so now you're beating yourself up saying, if only I had listened. Okay. And so now you're like wanting to start over, right? But you know that you're not going to quit a job without having a job. So now you're asking yourself, how could I select my resume and, go online and look for another job? And how quick will I get hired? And will this be a good job for me? Because you don't want to just risk quitting a job where you may have, benefits in place. And, some of you may have a 401k, or you may be working salary. You're not going to just quit that to, for less. You're not going to settle for less, because this job you have been keeping you pretty much stable and grounded for quite some time. And so, in order to start over, you need to make sure 100% that if you do get another job, that this job is going to either be better than where you are, or this job is going to at least give you the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Where you know what you're working with, right? So my advice would be, for some, I would say, even if you move to a county or two over, I would say go online and maybe look into finding something that's pretty much related to what you are already doing, and and kind of find out, what is involved when it comes to their salary package or hourly package, the benefit package. And for some, I would say, see if you could transfer your job over to a new job pretty much doing the same thing, just to get away from where you are now until you could do better. You understand what I'm saying? Throat chakra. I'm in my bed doing this reading, so my throat chakra is acting up. I mean, I did put some crystals out, but the reason why I chose to do this in my bed and I'm not at my table, because like I said, I was so tired, right? But see, me as a empath, and me as a because I channel spirit. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gifted to channel spirit to the other side. I've been dealing with channeling spirits now for almost 27 years. And so whenever I get a download, I like to just kind of stop and you know, deliver that download. You know what I'm saying? Cuz I don't want to forget it. You know what I mean? Because I like to be as a Virgo, I like to be very detailed. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't really like to write things down because as a medium, I am able to I could just, deliver the message as I receive the download. So often I don't like to write things down. I like to just go ahead on and deliver that message as soon as I get it so that I don't forget it. So this is the reason why I'm doing this now from my bed versus my spiritual table, because somebody needed to receive this reading, because you're not just needing to start over, you are needing to seek some real spiritual strength, because spirit is telling you to hold, that to have strength. Spirit is saying, you're definitely going to need your strength card, which you got in this reading. Okay, spirit is saying hold on. No, it's not easy. This is definitely a burden. But moving forward, you will be able to walk away from the situation and get away from the situation. But you are in need of some type of moral support where you don't really feel as though you can trust anyone with your business, and you don't really feel as though you could trust anyone knowing what you're going through, because you've had people in your business in the past who was or somebody who was trying to tell you not to get with this person, but you didn't listen. And so you don't have time to be here and I told you so. And so you're needing somebody like a friend or somebody who you can really trust, somebody who could really come and help you escape this situation, because you don't want to have to go into no abusive shelter situation, but you are wanting to move forward to a location where you do feel safe, where you could just get away from this person that you're dealing with who's very toxic. And so you are wanting to have like a comfort place that's clean. You want some place that's safe. You want to feel protected moving forward. Okay. Some of you may have a family member who you can reach out to, who can come and help you with your things, moving your things. Because I know for this situation, because I've been through this before in my past, where I had to pretty much pick up and I had to I had two people helping me, but we just threw stuff on the back of a pickup truck, and we threw stuff in the back of a trunk, and and I just went on and left before the person who I was dealing with had a time, before they could pull up and see me leaving. And so I just left, and and I started over, where I had to escape my situation from the past, and I ended up running to a like a studio. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you may even have to just go to one of those extended stay hotels. You understand what I'm saying? So you may find yourself having to where if you don't have a trusted friend who you can stay with, then I would say, if you are working a job, I would say just kind of go somewhere and lay low and see if you could find like an extended stay hotel, one of those living extended stay hotels where you can have your own privacy and just gain some type of clarity for yourself and get a peace of mind, and kind of stay there without anyone knowing where you are, and just get your ducks in a row. You understand what I'm saying? And see if you can get like a family member or somebody to help you get what you can get out of your house. Even if you got to get like a large U-Haul truck, and put your stuff on that truck, and maybe seek some type of storage unit moving forward to get your things out of the house. Or if you just want to gather, what you need, and just, what I'm saying, and say the hell with, not carrying no heavy things with you, and carry what you need and start over. But I would say, for some of you, you're gonna need that stuff because I see some of you, you're gonna be moving into an apartment or a house, and so I would definitely say, put your things and moving forward, have somebody in your family help you. Like I said, get some type of U-Haul truck and put your things on it. Put your things in storage. Put your things in storage. If you have to go into like an extended stay hotel studio, I would say do that because I do see that. Just to kind of gain clarity. Because you are dealing with someone who's toxic. You know what I'm saying? And if you are dealing in a abusive situation, I would definitely say if you see this person as a threat and you are afraid of this person, then hell, this person is like beefing at you or jumping at you like that, then press charges on this person. You understand what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do to protect yourself. If you have to get this person locked up for a little while just so you can leave, you know what I'm saying? Be at peace and like leave and get your shit out. If you have to send this person to jail, I would say, hey, do what you gotta do. I did it. You know what I'm saying? Just so you can move and get your shit out of there. If this person is stressing you out like that, you know what I'm saying? Go get you a restraining order and a 50B and get that in place. You understand what I'm saying? Where if you're afraid this person might try to do something to you because you're wanting to move on and leave this person, then by all means go to the magistrate office or your, local police department and get you some type of restraining order, 50B put in place and file a trespass. You know what I'm saying? Or have that person trespass, and just explain to these people that, and get you a journal and keep up with how many times this person has communicated a threat or how many times this person has put their hand on you, and you're afraid of this person, you know what I'm saying? Where, get somebody who can help you. You know what I'm saying? Even if you have a couple of like homeboys or, cousins or some, male guy friends that you may know. Because sometimes you may need to get a couple of male friends too to like have your back. You know what I'm saying? I did when I got tired of my ex, jumping at me and putting his hands on me. Shit. I went and got a couple of male guys who I knew wasn't afraid of his ass. You know what I'm saying? Had my back and like, also helped me get out of that situation where, they pretty much let him know if you put your hand on it, we gonna fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? So like if you're in that situation and you got a couple of male guy friends who you could trust to really have your back, you know what I'm saying? Kind of reach out to them and have them help you, and put them on game on what's going on so that they can help you also get your shit out of there. And when, you're moving and getting your stuff out, if he does pull up, trust and believe, them dudes will handle that shit. You know what I'm saying? They'll beat his ass and fuck him up, let him know. If he do one more thing to you, that's his ass. And if he feel froggy, leap and they'll fuck him up. Sometimes you got to do that too, I mean, hey, I did it, Because I would never tell nobody to stay in an abusive situation because if the shit is abusive and toxic, then by all means you need to get the fuck up and out. You know what I'm saying? Never stay in a situation that's toxic like that. And for some of you, okay, now moving along, right? Another story just came in the download. Like I said, for some of you may have already dealt with this situation. And you may still be legally married to a person, but you're separated from this person and you haven't gotten a divorce yet. And you have a strong mother figure who's telling you to go ahead on and just start seeking grounds to file a divorce because you may have a spouse, husband or wife who you separated from, but you're still legally married. And you left this person because this person was toxic, okay? And this person is constantly thinking about you because this person, because this story is going the other way around now, okay? Where, like I said, I gave you the first version of it where some of you may be going through a toxic situation. But now this is a situation where you already went through a situation like this and the person who you left, okay, whether it was a past, like I said, you may still be legally married but separated. And the person who you left, who you are still legally married to and separated from, they are the ones who may be going through a situation that's toxic where they are. And they are constantly thinking about you feeling as though they kicked themselves in the ass because they regret leaving you for another person because they thought the grass was greener on the other side. And so now the person who you left who was abusive toward you, they are receiving karma because you do have the karma card. So they are receiving karma for the shit they put you through. And so now this person is constantly thinking, if only I had stayed, if only I had stayed, meaning if only they had stayed with you and worked things out with you, if only they had their shit together and been on point and had treated you better, they wouldn't be going through none of the bullshit that they're going through now. Okay, so this is another download that's coming in. Okay, and so now this person is wanting to see how they could possibly work things out with you and get back together with you, but the damage has been done. You're not looking back to nothing that took place in the past. Okay, you're not looking back. So you have already released it, but you haven't legally released it. Okay, so that's where the mother figure is coming into play. You have like a mother or a grandmother, a mother-in-law spirit that's looking over you saying you need to get head on and file for divorce and get this divorce over with and stop holding on to it so that you two can just finally let this go because you've been separated for quite some time now. You know, some of you may have been separated 3, 4, 5 years, but you're still legally married and you've been keeping that a secret. And so a lot of people around you are not aware that you're still legally married. People see you as being single because they don't see nobody in your life right now, as of now. So you've been single for so long and people are wondering why it is they don't see you in another relationship. And they're thinking that something is wrong with you. But the truth of the matter is you walked away from a situation that was toxic. And so this is why you choose not to get involved in another relationship because you have somebody new who's trying to come in. They're trying to figure you out. And even the new person is thinking to themselves, well, how come you haven't given in to no one? Or even with them, they've been pressing up on you, trying to pursue you, but you're not interested in them. And you may even have some people that may be thinking to themselves, you know, well, are you gay? You know what I'm saying? Some people might be thinking, well, hell, I don't never see them in a relationship. You know, some people might be talking behind your back, you know, like, they might be gay, you know what I'm saying? They might like the same sex or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to get in your business, start some bullshit, petty bullshit. Motherfuckers can be petty as hell when they don't know shit about you. They be trying to figure some shit out. But anyway, spirit is like, you know, it may be time for you to you know, try to file for divorce. But for some of you, you may not even know where the hell the person is that you separated from. You know what I'm saying? But you have information. You have that information where you can still go down to the courthouse if need be and file for divorce so that you can, as you move forward, start a new beginning for yourself. Okay, because for some you will be starting a new beginning, and spirit is saying that they want you to start this new beginning correctly. They want you to not only be able to heal from this past situation, because for most of you have healed, but like I said, the story can go both ways, so you could turn this story as it fits, as it resonates. You know what I'm saying? Some of you may be going through a situation that you're trying to leave and escape from, and some of you have already left a situation that you have escaped from. But you are attached to this person with a contract where you are still legally married, but separated. So spirit is wanting you, spirit is saying the time has come to go ahead on and get them paperwork in order and file for divorce so that you can like really free yourself from your past once and for all moving forward. Okay, because for some of you, you are getting ready to start over. I know it's just a matter of like I said, a change of jobs. And like I said, I would my advice would be to go online, update your resume, and see about finding something that you have already been doing for a number of years. Doing something where you already have experience, and seeing if you can even possibly transfer your job over to another job without putting people in your business. You know what I'm saying? You know, and find somewhere, you know, where you don't want nobody in your business, or you may not have the proper funds to like get out, you know, and like get security deposit first around. Like some of you will, because some income tax season, you know, this is still income tax season. So some of you may receive some type of income back from your income taxes that will help you provide for, you know, sign a lease, security deposit, first month rent, lights and water, that sort of thing. Or if you don't have the proper all funds in place and you're needed to get away from the situation you're in, I would say seek some type of extended stay, hotel for a little while, studio, until those funds come in place just to get away from where you are. Okay. Hopefully this reading is resonating with a few of you. Okay, because the person you're separated from, a person is a distance from you. This person stays a distance away from you because you did receive that Eight of Wands. Because some of you are trying to like really figure out, what's the next step. And I'm not gonna like sit here and like say, well, what sign is what sign, because, as an adult, we all know the person who we're dealing with or the person we dealt with. And it's just a matter of starting over, you know what I'm saying? Because once you start over and you seek higher ground, once you cross over to the other side, things are going to improve. I do see that. I do see new beginnings definitely coming into play, as we move on toward April. You know what I'm saying? Like mid-April and April, definitely new things are starting to come into play for you, that's for sure. Because within these next 2 weeks, you are going to be looking, going online, that sort of thing, trying to see what type of jobs you can that will interest you. I do see that. I do see where some of you may need to rush off and leave your situation, but like I said, definitely cover all your tracks and like plan A, plan B, plan C. Reach out to a family member if need be to help you, someone who you can trust. If you're in a situation where you're afraid of a person who you're dealing with, then like get with some, some homeboys, some guys who you know what I'm saying, male cousins, male friends, somebody who is not afraid of the dude you with. Where if he wants to snap, then fine, get your boys in place, get you some dudes in place who like if he try to buck up, get them dudes. Hey, if need be, push come to shove, like I said, and let them handle that shit for you. Like, let them know. Like, if you really feeling like that, then, sometimes you got to get some, you know what I mean? A little backup protection. Do what you got to do, And for those of you who have already left this situation, Spirit is saying the time has come to, like, really file for divorce and stop holding on to a marriage that you have already been broken from for so long, so that this other person can also free themselves and they can stop holding on to you, assuming and put, because this other person who you left, who you separated from, they are like having illusions, you understand what I'm saying, where they see themselves coming back together with you and everything is gonna be all kumbaya, singing songs, but it's not gonna happen because so much toxic shit is already happening in their life. So that's not going to happen. So Spirit is saying the time is coming to file for divorce so that that person can finally get you out of their system, so that they can heal and move forward, or and another download's coming in, or you may be dealing with someone who's going through a toxic situation, who is wanting to get out of their marriage, and they are in need of having to file for divorce and leave their situation because they may be separated from a spouse who they have been keeping hid, not letting nobody know, and they didn't tell you that they was separated from their significant other, and so they kept that hid from you. And so now, in order for this person to come and be with you, they are wanting to do it correctly. Okay, this person, before they come back to you, they are wanting to file legal papers and get papers in order and move forward with the proceeding, or they may be going through a divorce that you're not aware of, and this person wants to make sure that when they come to you, that they come to you right, and they want to make sure that before you two can like really get together officially, they want to make sure that you got your shit right, where both of you are like legally divorced and free and single to move forward, where there won't be no obstacles in the way of you two trying to work your problems out, because you do also have a past person that's also thinking about coming back to you, but they are trying to get their shit together, making sure that before they come back to you, that they got their shit on point, and they want to make sure that you got your shit on point, so that when you move forward, can't nobody intervene and get in y'all's business. Okay, so that download is also coming in. Okay. So to my Virgos, I hope this resonates. And another download came in earlier. Like I said, I give it to you as it comes. Somebody is involved with a toxic Sagittarius. I did see that Sagittarius, and that Sagittarius being deceitful. Somebody may be, I don't know if you're dating a Sagittarius, or But yeah, somebody's dealing with a lying, cheating Sagittarius. I had to put that out there that came in, okay? Um, and some of you can also be dealing with a Capricorn or a Gemini, because that download did come in, okay? Um, and some of you can have like a Scorpio who wants to come back into the picture, but that Scorpio may be a little bit toxic, so I would say don't fuck with that Scorpio if that Scorpio is toxic. Um, some of you could be dealing with a Taurus that has Capricorn in their chart, okay? Um, and that person is trying to like, they're trying to figure out what to do next, and they're trying to get all their coins in a row, get their ducks in a row. So like I said, you could be either dealing with a person who's trying to get their shit in order, and they want to make sure that, all their paperwork is in processes and, in full order before they can approach you wanting to start over. Some of you have already left a situation, but you need to like, get ahead on and get that divorce in order so that you can free that person and release that person. And some of you are in the process of trying to escape a person. Okay, so I hope this reading resonate with you guys. Okay, now I'm getting ready to get myself up because I have to get ready for work. So a little bit later on, because you know how I do, you know what I'm saying, when these downloads come in, I give them to you as they come in. So this was an important message that needed to be put out. So you guys will be receiving this next video that I'm going to upload. And then you guys already know how later on when I'm at work, like, I don't know why, like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, or either like, between 2 and 3, another download will kick in. Cause last night, like 4 a.m., I had a dizzy spell where I felt like something knocked the hell out of me in the right side of my head. And I had to gain back my conscience when I was at work. You know what I'm saying? I grabbed my head, and my head like came down. The room started spinning, and I had to ask Spirit to please stop the room from spinning, and please help me because I'm not trying to like pass out. So another download will probably come in a little later on. Well, as always, I always try to give you a new reading because right now my throat chakra is acting up because I'm not at my spiritual table. But that's because I felt the need to deliver this message as I received it, okay, as I got it. So to all my Virgos, love and God bless. This is where I'm going to sign out because it's time for me to get some tea and some lemon in my system, okay? All right, as always, love and God bless. If this reading resonate with you, please feel free to hit the like button and feel free to subscribe. And as always, please invite all your other family members and friends and people who you know may also be a Virgo. You know what I'm saying? So if you kick in and you got some Virgo friends, by all means, invite them to this channel right here with Virgo Goddess Medium. Okay? I'm out.